Welcome back to Africa 54. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. Kenyan authorities are evicting thousands of settlers they say are encroaching on the protected Masai Mara forest at the source of several rivers feeding lakes across East Africa. The settlers from the Kalenjin community say they were duped by wealthy landowners into buying fake titles to public land. But as John Disso reports from Narok, authorities have neither prosecuted the well-connected cheats nor offered those evicted any compensation.
Samuel Towet has lived in the Masai Mara forest for 3 decades. But when the police arrived in early July, he says they destroyed his flour mill shop, which he depended on to provide for his 2 wives and 14 children.
The police arrived in a lorry and began to disperse people. If they found you, you were in trouble. You were beaten very badly.
Police deny such heavy-handed force was used when they began evicting about 12,000 settlers in the Masai Mara forest. This is not the first such eviction. Kenyan authorities say settlers have for decades encroached on this protected forest, occupying land illegally and threatening an ecology upon which all of East Africa depends.
Let the world realize the moment we look at the right of a few at the expense of the majority, which is actually trans-country, because we are talking about Egypt, we are talking about Tanzania, we are talking, then that is the end of it. The climate change they are trying to stop will definitely overtake us.
The Mara Forest Complex is the source of multiple rivers that drain into Lake Victoria, the starting point of the River Nile, the world's longest river and ecological backbone for Egypt, Ethiopia and Sudan. But since the 1990s, as much as a quarter of the tree cover has been destroyed through illegal logging and settlements. The settlers say they paid for what they thought were title cases or sold fake documents.
Don't think the people you see came here for free. They came here because of the Maasai. There is no way I would have left my farm in Bomet to live forcefully on someone else's land. It was sold to us.
But while authorities evict settlers to protect the forest, they offer no compensation and little effort to prosecute the landowners who sold them the fake titles. The current wave of evictions has revived deep political tensions between the displaced Kalenjin villagers and the Maasai community. John Disso for VOA News, Narok, Kenya.
Headgear known as gele to the Nigerian market. The accessory is an intricate head wrap worn by Nigerian women during special occasions. The entrepreneur is also showcasing Nigerian culture through export.
Gele is a compulsory part of a gorgeous outfit for a lot of Nigerian women, especially for occasions, but tying it beautifully and in time is not a skill that many can boast of. In just minutes, a wearer of the ready-to-wear headgear is ready to roll. That's exactly the idea behind 25-year-old Nigerian fashion entrepreneur Toyosi Ande's Auto Gele. Under normal circumstances, it would take an average of 30 minutes to achieve the feat.
We had like certain criteria we're looking at. A perfect gele and then something that you could wear in seconds, in no time at all. Something that would not stress the wearer. Then you wouldn't require any form of skill to have it on, because we started seeing, there were gele stylists, people that you would have to pay for their services. So we didn't want that option. We wanted a solution to the gele needs.
My hand's already pinging me.
Once associated with royalty and wealth, the gele is now very common and comes in a variety for fabrics and colors, including custom-made options. The entrepreneur says she launched the business in 2014 together with a friend using seed capital of 50,000 naira, and today their patronage goes beyond the shores of Nigeria.
What we're working on right now is ensuring we can meet up with that demand. There is demand. We already export our products. We have customers all over the world. We do worldwide shipping and work with some of the courier companies.
The business employs 4 tailors whose works include sewing, weaving and beading. The 25-year-old says sales from different countries have been good, but the ultimate reward is showcasing Nigerian culture to the world.
Well, the southwest African country of Malawi has no film schools and no cinemas. But self-taught Malawi directors have still won international prizes for their films, 7 of which are nominated for the African Movie Academy Awards this September in Rwanda. Islamic Messina reports from Blantyre, Malawi's filmmakers are working hard to build their own Mollywood film industry.
In a 3, 2, 1, and action.
Malawian director Flora Suya's first film, My Mother's Story, won special recognition last year at the Silicon Valley African Film Festival in California. And her movie, My Mother's Story, has been nominated for the Best Feature Film at September's African Movie Academy Awards in Rwanda. Despite the international recognition, Suya still struggles to find time and money to make her films.
As for me, I also do some things. I'm a farmer. Yeah, I do animal farming. So that's where I get money to invest in movies.
Malawian director Charles Shem Joya has won 7 international awards for his first film in 2009, Seasons of a Life. His latest film is also among 7 from Malawi nominated for the African Movie Academy Awards. But Malawi's film industry, he says, needs more support.
Yeah, the biggest challenge is to get the finances to make the movies. I think the biggest problem comes in because a lot of institutions in Malawi who can assist in the finances don't think that a film can be made in Malawi because we don't have a history of filmmaking.
There are no film schools in Malawi, so directors like Joya and Suya taught themselves using videos on YouTube. But while their efforts to build Mollywood are gaining international recognition, inside Malawi it is a different story. There are no cinemas in Malawi, so moviegoers gather at video showrooms where most prefer to watch foreign films.
Filmmakers in Malawi prefer producing comedies, and when they produce a movie, their videos are poor quality. The storytelling is also dull, while international films are easy to follow.
9, take 1. In 3, 2, 1.
Malawi's filmmakers are confident they can change that perception.
I think we're on the right direction. We're learning. When we go out there, attend film festivals, we're networking, we're meeting people, and we exchange notes.
More official support would also help filmmakers like Suya spend less time farming. The Malawi government spends about $400,000 per year for integrated arts development. Only a fraction of it aimed at getting loans for filmmakers. Lamek Masina for VOA News, Blantyre, Malawi.
Come beside.
Well, and that's our show for today. You can also visit us online at voaafrica.com. I'm Vincent McCory in Washington. Chamberlain also has our last word from Lagos.
Thanks, Vincent. We look forward to bringing you another show next week. ChannelsTV.com is your source for news, sports, and other programming. I'm Chamberlain Uso. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.